The Pokemon World Championship has begun, and during its opening ceremony, a Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer was premiered, showcasing 4 new Pokemon. Although 3 were already shown thanks to CoroCoro magazine, this is still our first real look at them in English. But there's not really enough for an analysis, so this video is focused on detailing what these new Pokemon are like while adding our own observations. Let's begin with Crabrawler, the boxing Pokemon and a pure fighting type. It can have either the ability Hyper Cutter, which prevents its attack stat from being lowered, or Iron Fist, which powers up punching moves. Crabrawler really is a fighter, absolutely hating to lose and completely driven to not only aim for a higher position than its peers in terms of social standing, but literally as well. It can often be found clinging to high areas such as the walls of buildings or even tall people. If someone tries to remove it from one of these places against its will, Crabrawler will punch them in retaliation. A Crabrawler's favorite food is berries. It will punch tree trunks in order to shake the branches and knock ripe berries to the ground. But this in itself leads to competitions among the Crabrawler. Many will gather around the shaken tree and will battle one another until only one emerges victorious, earning the right to eat all of the ripe berries. Crabrawler uses its claws to protect its face and belly while getting close enough to throw its punches. These punches can be powerful enough to split tree trunks, though it is possible for its pincers to be torn off during fights. Apparently they are said to be quite delicious, which is just a truly strange thought to imagine. Crabrawler truly is inspired by boxers though, from the shape of its claws to its one half-closed eye, and even the way it moves while waiting for commands all bring to mind boxers. Next up is Sandygast, the Sand Heap Pokemon. We already knew that it was a ghost and ground type, but now we see that it has a new ability as well, Water Compaction. This ability raises Sandygast's defense by 2 levels if it's hit with a water type move, which should be interesting to balance on the trainer's part since it is a partial ground type. Sandygast are essentially possessed lumps of sand that emerge out of the grudges of Pokemon and other creatures that soak into the sand after they fall in battle. People must be careful of heedlessly grabbing Sandygast's shovel as they will quickly fall under its control. Sandygast often uses its power to manipulate children into gathering sand to slowly increase the size of its body. However, if it loses the shovel, Sandygast may put a tree branch, flag, or other item in its place. They then wander the beach in search of their own shovel. Its tunnel-like mouth is also able to suck the vitality from people and Pokemon. It's a common test of courage in the Alola region to stick your hand into Sandygast's mouth. But we also see its evolution, Palossand, the Sandcastle Pokemon. After evolving, Palossand keeps the same typing as well as the water compaction ability, but it's also able to control human adults in order to make them build a sandcastle that provides both camouflage and extra defense. It doesn't outright need humans to keep itself together though. Unlike Sandygast, Palossand can restore the lost sand from its body on its own. As it moves around in search of prey, the shovel on top of Palossand's head rotates, which we see in the trailer, causing some to say that the shovel could be acting as a radar. Palossand also loves the vitality of Pokemon and will often drag small Pokemon into its body to steal their life force. The vortex Palossand creates can swallow them in an instant and is said to leave traces of their victims' ill will behind. This in turn could lead to the creation of a new Sandygast. That's a new one for the terrifying Pokemon tales that we all know and love. Finally, there's Stufful, the flailing Pokemon and pre-evolved form of Beware. Like its evolution, Stufful is a normal and fighting type with either the ability Fluffy or Klutz. Stufful is an extremely popular Pokemon due to its cute appearance, movements, and the fluffy feel of its fur. Despite its small body, it has unbelievable strength. Even well-trained Pokemon can be taken down with Stufful's powerful hits if it's not prepared. Sadly though, Stufful doesn't really like to be touched. If it gets hugged tightly, it will flail around wildly in protest. It's quite the difference compared to its evolution, who's desperate for hugs but is too strong to give them. But the truly amazing thing about Stufful is the fact that it really does resemble a stuffed animal, to the point that it has a kind of tag sticking out of its backside. We're given multiple angles of it with no explanation of what it could really be, leading to, gross theories given its placement, but we'll just refer to it as a tag for now. And that's all the details released so far about these 4 new Pokemon in Sun and Moon. All of them are great in our opinion, whether because of their design or crazy backstories. We still believe the lineup of new Pokemon are remarkably strong, but what do you think of them? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to Game Explained for more on Pokemon and other things gaming.